Alright, so I'm going to be doing a Spellforce 3 replay cast. This is from round 1 of the Dragon's Eye tournament that's being hosted by Nakamura and the MetaPlays RTS people. So this is going to be a match in the first round of the tournament between rebeluke and Zizi. And you can see we're on Greykeep Gardens for the map. And if you see a black block up here, I'm just using that to hide the game timer so that when we're watching the replay, if I have the spectator UI up, people can't see how long the game is going to go. I feel like that kind of spoils it for people. So let's get into this. Alright, so we've got Zizi as the teal Dark Elves. She's going for the Guardian of Nor. And rebeluke on the top left is the blue Trolls, and he's going for the Chieftain. So something I'll be interested to see is what kind of paths each of these players take with their heroes in the beginning of the game. I know some people like to fight for these middle flags, try to take some experience and territory from their opponent. You can see Luke is going for the bandit camp right here to start. Zizi's going for the free camp. This is going to be her Spectre, her scout going out. And I like what Luke is doing here, where he's doing an attack animation, then an ability, then an attack animation, then an ability, and you know, upgrading the flag in between attacks. Just a real good use of his APM and kind of optimizing, doing that creeping early in the game, killing those neutral camps. So, alright, so Zizi's pressuring this middle flag. That's good. She's sending her Spectre forward to slow down the Chieftain, give her some time to take these guys out. We'll see if she can take all the experience here. She's got her Spider with her. Luke's got a Smasher on the way. Let's see, is he going to try to get these? Well, he won't have time to get any of these bandits, but... So they're both level 2 now. Not sure why. Yeah, it was weird the level wasn't showing up, but Luke's going to be able to take this out. Excuse me for not having this spectator tab up before. Yeah, Zizi just... So she was negative on those resources, I guess because she was upgrading the scouting post and adding a hunting cabin. So Luke's able to take that out. Still getting slowed by the Spectre. Both of these are low. Ooh, watch out. Damn. So, lost the Spectre. I'm assuming that Spider's going to go down. Yep. So that's unfortunate, but, you know, they're low value units early in the game. Let's see what Luke does here. So he's just going to keep chasing the Guardian of Nor. Zizi's trying to get some of these center sectors, and these will be valuable for her, but it looks like Luke's going to take them down. So Zizi's going to keep going and getting experience from these bandit camps. And this is interesting because she's on one sector right now, and Luke has got 5 flags, and I'm assuming he's upgrading one of these. Yep, he's upgrading this one. Kind of seal off this part of the map, since he won't be able to get back here. Probably wouldn't make sense for her to try to compete for these kind of territories. And is she going to get this up? Yes, she is. 95%. She doesn't need to teleport there, right? She canceled that. So she'll go back and grab this flag, it looks like, and just keep this repairing. These two aren't going to be able to take this thing out quickly, especially while it's repairing. I'm not sure if they have the... I guess they do have the damage to take it down eventually, but this is not going to be a good use of resources once the Guardian of Nor is here. And I'm going to take a look at abilities once this melee has kind of sorted itself out. Good pullback micro by Luke, getting that Smasher out of there so he doesn't lose them. Just preserving your units in little exchanges can be really valuable later in the game. You know, each unit you save in a small skirmish like that could be beneficial for later in the match. You can see Luke's at 12 populations, Zizi's at 0. If you're not familiar with the game, this is not a bunch early in the game, but it's each of these smashers is worth six populations, so he's just got 2 smashers. And we'll see if Zizi starts getting some spiders or infiltrators or something out. So she's training some spiders from her town hall. No barracks yet, or Hall of Pains yet. Getting the iron sector here. And Luke is going for the Revenant camp. And that's pretty, to me that's a little ambitious, but he's got 2 smashers, and the chieftain is pretty good for camp clearing because of the slam and the throw junk. They're just 2 area of effect spells that do decent damage. Let's take a look at skills here. So Zizi is on 2 brute force, 1 debilitating blow, soul explosion, soul transformation, blocking momentum in deep waters. And on the other hand, Luke, good pullback micro, just keep that up. Luke is on 1 brute force, slam, throw junk, come here, concentration. Just leveled up to 3, so we'll see how he spends those. Getting some potions from these guys. And this thing, oh, I'd be careful with these smashers in this Revenant Archer. These guys retarget sometimes and shit. Yeah, so that is an example of just one of those tiny things in the game that, you know, that's like a unit AI thing. I'm assuming that it seems like some of the archers and some of the neutral creeps, they have a tendency to retarget for a low health unit. And unfortunately for rebeluke, that smasher that he just lost was 1 shot away from dying. And that Revenant Archer decided to retarget from the Eye of the Tribe to him. So, lost 6 population there. We'll see if that ends up being a big deal at any point. Might affect the outcome of any upcoming skirmishes between the 2 of these players, but for now I don't think it's a big problem. He's going for the next Revenant camp. Looks like he's got join the Troll Guard. You can see that that shield symbol means that Troll is part of the Troll Guard. He's got increased health points. And Zizi just going down this side path, get some more experience. I'm going to take a look and see if either of these players have gotten some new items. So no new items here, no new items here. 3,800 and 8,500. So Zizi could really afford to get some equipment, and Luke's going to be able to afford some new equipment soon. Zizi's level 4, Luke's level 3 right now. This is good to see Luke consistently doing this, pulling these units back and just saving some health, saving some units. Oh, let's see if this guy takes anything down. Let's get out of there. Zizi's going to the shop. Let's see what she gets in a second. Okay, good. He didn't lose anybody there. So Luke just took both of the Revenant sectors and camps, and that's pretty big because that's going to give him an experience edge. Zizi did take the Bandit camps in the middle, but I'm very confident that the Revenant camps count for more experience overall, and I'm assuming they give more potions also. Let's see. So she got the armor, shield, hasn't equipped them yet, and got weakening orbs. So that's interesting to see. Decrease some resistances during combat. I like seeing people use orbs, so good play to Zizi. Just one of those little things that it's easy to forget that you have those available to you, and they can make a big difference in some of these fights. We can see Zizi's floating some wood and food, so got some room to produce some more units and upgrade some sectors. She's negative on stone because she's upgrading to tier 2, and so she's got a stone cutter here, 2 stone cutters right now. So this should be done relatively soon, and this is the time where, for me, I feel instead of going here, you want to go to the middle as Zizi, because you're stuck on 1 iron sector. You're about to hit tier 2, and you want to. I would try to boom into iron against the trolls. I don't think that tarantulas and infiltrators are going to do well against the troll roster. I'm not so experienced with this game, especially on a competitive aspect, but my gut just tells me that tier 1 units as the Dark Elves are not going to hold up against smashers and throwers and skull crushers and whatnot from the troll roster. So we'll see. This might be bad. Damn, that's unfortunate. So Zizi lost her hero there, and that's just one of those easier said than done moments where, you know, as a spectator, when you're watching a replay or just spectating a match, it's easy to notice all these small things that go on in the game. But when you're playing, you know, what that probably was she thought that she had all of her military and her hero selected, and she probably just had her military units but not the hero selected. And when she issued that move command, her Guardian Nord just hung around. So that's unfortunate, but you know, those things happen. And the biggest thing is just don't beat yourself up when you notice you've made a mistake like that. You just got to move on and accept that it happened. Luckily, since it's early in the game, the respawn timer is relatively low. So yeah, just keep moving, and this is good. I would be putting all my resources into trying to take these two sectors, this one and this one. And again, that's because as Dark Elves, you need to get some more iron. And this is good. I like to see Zizi's getting some iron mines in this sector. She's not prioritizing food and wood. She can find that somewhere else. But right now, this is her only source of iron, so she's got to prioritize that. And Luke is showing up to compete here, and you're seeing these tarantulas are just getting erased. Not sure if any weakening orbs have gone down. Oops, the wrong button. Yep, so she's used both of them. I'm not sure if she used one in the previous fight and one in this one. Yeah, because she doesn't have what is that ability called? She doesn't have plague fields, so that weakening that we saw was from the orb she threw. And did she equip her items? Yes, she did. I'm not sure when, but she has them equipped. So Luke's got level 3 armor. He's got thick hide rage. He's got level 1 troll guard. 2 come here, 2 slam, 2 throw junk, 1 concentration, and 1 brute force. Let's see what Zizi's got. 2 brute force, still 1 in each of these 3, 2 block momentum, and 2 deep waters. So let's go to free spectating. You can see Zizi starting to fortify these sectors, upgrading them. I would be upgrading this thing to the maximum. I'd be putting all my resources into protecting and upgrading this, along with, I was gonna say pressuring this, but I don't think she has the army. You see, she's only on 22 population. That force is not gonna take this thing out. I would try to grab, you know, 1 or 2 of these wyverns, and hope that rebeluke doesn't attack you somewhere. So rebeluke is going to go creep some more, take out this wyvern camp. It looks like Zizi's doing the same on this side. Got some more tarantulas. A sleeper. This is upgrading, so I like to see that. So we're starting to see, you know, as the game goes on, you'll notice that some players' economies will become a little bit more unbalanced. And that's just part of, you know, you got so many things to keep track of. You're trying to move your army, you're trying to produce army, you're trying to level up your hero and command him, rebalance your construction and whatnot, do upgrades. There's just so many things going on. That's just one of the things I love about RTS games. Is there's so many things you can learn and pick up, and tricks you can do and whatever. It's just, you know. To me, it's more interesting than just run around and shoot people in the head. Not that shooters can't be fun here and there, but RTS is just its own beast. So, let's see. So Luke is level 6. I'm going to take a quick look back again at the heroes. He's level 2 troll guard. He's got a point into hitting training, so he can get some skull crushers and wall breakers with that. And he's already got, yep, there we go. He just used that on one of his skull crushers. I get a wall breaker. He's teleporting to react to this. So let's see what, I mean, these guys, skull crushers, are going to be money here. If I'm Zizi, as soon as I see skull crushers, I'm not training any more tarantulas. And I'm not sure about infiltrators, but I'm definitely not training any more tarantulas, because I don't think they have good. Let's see what their armor is. Yeah, they have bad strike resistance, and they clump up easily because they have small unit models. And infiltrators also have bad strike resistance and small unit models. So when I'm talking about the unit model size, they clump up, and a unit that does area of effect damage is just going to hit a bunch of them, and that's amplified by the negative strike resistance. So this army is going to smash this, not just because of the population difference, but because of the unit types. These guys have good pierce armor. Tarantulas are not necessarily damage dealers, so I don't see this magical resistance as a big problem. Oh my god, that slam just punished a bunch of these infiltrators. Let's see how these heroes are doing. That Guardian of North is going to be in trouble soon. And you can see Zizi's population just got erased by that fight. I might have kept falling back and maybe try to fight in an area like here or further back. Oh, that was a good move by Zizi. That soul transformation into the Godstone and then porting out, that was clutch. I love seeing little plays like that. So she lost that battle, but she saved her hero and got back. I'm not sure if she just made some purchases at the camp, but this is going down. Luke's going to take this, and I mean, he has the ability right now to just steamroll bases. You can see it's like a 10 times population difference. Man, this is a tough situation. As Dark Elves, it's really hard. I don't know what you do here. As far as unit composition, I say you definitely got to go tier 2 units against what Luke has. He's going all melee, so I don't know if maybe getting some beetles to back up your sleepers would make sense. But that's hard to do. You can see Zizi's iron is not that her iron income is not that big.
We will do as you say.
And although she has two sectors producing it, she's cut off now because Luke just took this sector. Excuse me, she had 3 iron sectors, but this is about to be gone. So now she's on 2. Luke's gonna take this, and it's just so hard. You know, you don't have siege right now as the Dark Elves. Your sleepers, yes, can help you with taking down sectors, but anytime you try to pressure one of Luke's bases, if like let's say Zizi tries to go here or back here to take an iron sector, Luke can just teleport, and his army is superior right now. This is cool. I like to see this. Just getting some units off on the side to open up a creep camp for later. Just one of those little things you can do. He probably knows at this point that he doesn't need everything, but he probably just used the select all military, so they're getting pulled away anyways. But okay, so from my perspective, what I'm thinking here as a spectator is this is one of those moments where in any kind of real-time strategy game, when you've lost a couple battles and you are low on population count, your opponent has a better army. Choosing battles is such a important thing to do as far as increasing your chances of coming back. I don't think this is a fight you take for Zizi. I think you have to back up to your border fortress. You can only take a fight that maybe Luke has some units that he's left straggling somewhere. Maybe you see a couple of low health units that you can pick off and then run out. But every time you take a fight, full army to full army, you're always going to come out on the losing end right now because Luke has just got numbers and maybe not quality, but he's definitely got the numbers advantage. You know, these sleepers are decent, but I think you have to be fighting around a border fortress, or you have to be going somewhere where his full army can't engage you. And honestly, I don't know how you do that at this point in the game. Maybe you try to go over here and force a teleport, and then you teleport yourself as Zizi over to here so that you can threaten one of these sectors, preferably here in my opinion. But again, I mean, with so much going on in the game, it's so hard to make these kind of decisions while especially when you're under the pressure of being on the back foot, losing a couple fights in a row. And this might seal the deal here because if Zizi loses his border fortress, which she did, and was going to, your iron production is just wasted. You know, it's gone. And yeah, Luke's doing a good job of just having a couple straggling units targeted on the hero and then a couple of others, you know, out here just automatically fighting whoever they'll fight. And that's the end of the game. So Zizi gave up, and you know that was a good time to kind of concede the match. There just wasn't too much she could do right there. She was at such a sector disadvantage. You can see Luke. I mean, he was negative food by a lot, but he was beefy with his population. He was tier 3. Excuse me for not catching that. I'm not sure if I can still look at items and whatnot, but in abilities. So Luke had a shielding amulet. I guess he got that from the Wyvern. Zizi had the revitalizing ring, probably from the Wyvern. So yeah, you could see how Luke getting the sector advantage pretty early just snowballed into a pretty dominating performance. It seemed like once he got a couple smashers out and Zizi didn't have early unit production, he was just winning small exchange after small exchange, and that just progressed as the game went on. But good play to both players, Zizi and rebeluke. It was fun to watch. I hope anyone watching enjoyed, and I'm definitely gonna do some more of these. This is good times. So yeah, thanks to any viewers, and I'll see you on the next one.